So you
Always.
saw how special your bro, how special Nip was before the world knew how special he was.
100%. I think anybody at this time, a lot of people ask me this question, like, man, when did he? And I'd be telling them it wasn't no when, it was always. Anybody that was around him from young, he was certified gifted as a little kid. Anybody that was around him, his charisma, he always stood out. People always were like, no, this guy is special. Mm-hmm. From a little kid to junior high to high school to, you know, in the neighborhood, mm-hmm. the homies. Yeah. Everybody like, no, this dude is special. Everybody, you know, Nip led. You know what I'm saying? That people followed and respected and looked up to. Older, young, it didn't matter. They knew.
Who tapped into the neighborhood first?
Hussle.
Oh, really?
For sure, Hussle. I'm young, and I'm going to school in Watts before him. So as far as like knowing about hoods and gang LA culture, I was exposed to that first, going to Watts and going to school at Markham. Outside of our neighborhood and what we saw. But once, you know, obviously Nip get older, Nip in our neighborhood, which I never wanted him to be a part of.
Right.
You know, honestly, you know, anybody, and I say this, anybody that grow up and understand, you don't want your little bro being a part of, you know, some shit that you know is destructive. My goal was always, we gotta get this bread and we gotta get the money and we gotta, you know, we need to make sure that we own. So, you know, seeing Hussle and me not being able to do anything about it either.
Right.
You know, it's like, man, you know, only thing I could do at a point, it came to a point where Hussle was so deep in and so involved and so much going on around him in the neighborhood, mm-hmm. with the politics in the neighborhood. It's like, all right, now, you know, I gotta be there with bro, and I gotta be, and people need to understand, like, yeah, this is his bro, and his bro is here.
Expedia members get member prices and rewards for future trips.
And, you know, if nobody else is tripping, I'm tripping. Mm-hmm. And Nip had a certain unit, and that was our unit. But yeah, definitely Hussle.
Were you always concerned when you start seeing him going down a certain path? Because you already know, man, like, dude, he's studious, he reading books, he building computers, yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then there's always a time where we got some of this and some of that, you know, and he had this and he had that. Were you concerned when you saw Nip kind of getting in a lot more?
Yeah, 100%.
What would you tell him? Would you tell him, like, man, you got this music, or he just wasn't listening?
I think at that point, we was all trying to get money. You know, Hussle was getting to the money, but at the same time, he was associating and hanging out, and, you know, I'm like full time, get the money. Hussle was half and half. And, you know, that other half could get you, you know, going for a long time. So that was the dynamic at that time. Once it, you know, transitioned into full-time Hussle trying to do the music, that's where I felt like, okay, this is the opportunity, and honestly, this is what now, okay, whatever I can add to this, whatever I can help with in any way, I wanna be there and support, because this is the direction that I know. Number one, bro is super talented. Mm-hmm. Like, I tell him, like, man, if you wasn't talented, bro, I'd have told you, like, come on, man, let's do something else. This ain't gonna work. But, you know, I full-heartedly believe, and I know that this is his calling, and this is something that's, you know, channeling his energy in the correct way.
Could you believe how talented he was early on? Like, when you say he wrote a rap, you was like, dude, you wrote that?
Yep.
Like, did he always amaze you?
Yep, always amazed me, and you know, everything. That's what I tell everybody, man. Everything I ever heard from him, everything was special, and I was surprised. So, you know, me, Fats, mm-hmm. You know, my cousin Adam, everybody, mm-hmm. Our inner core team was like fully behind Hussle. You know.
Did you feel like you had to put a circle around him too?
Yeah, 100%. He had a tight crew, and then so I wanted to make sure that I came with and helped build the circle and just make sure that, you know, yeah, we from this area, but it's crews within the area. And you know what I'm saying? Niggas need to understand that our crew and Hustle crew is one of them crews. And you know what I'm saying? So that was the goal. And you know, that was the people that you see today, that's all money in, you know, that was the crew. That was the crew before anything that people understood and knew, like, all right, this is Hustle crew, and you know, it's gonna be consequences behind it.
And this is like, we make it or we don't. This isn't a group of people that somebody got on and you just started adding to it.
100%. This is the crew when them hood politics start coming, and when motherfuckers start being like, you on your own. This crew is not with that.
Right.
This crew is like there.
Did you feel like you had to go a little harder in because you had to make sure that nobody did fuck with y'all? Like it had to turn you into a little bit more of like, man, you can't fuck with this.
I think Hustle led by example, and Hustle was known for that. And both the Fats and Kabi and everybody that, you know, Stone, Hustle main crew, Hoggy, you know, that's what the crew was known for off the top. So I think, to answer your question, yes, if you know, that's just anybody in any crew.
Right.
So either you're gonna be respected or you're not gonna be respected.
Yeah.
So, you know, we was on Crenshaw and Slauson.
Yeah, man.
You know, we had the shops. We lost them. You know, we had spots all up and down Slauson. Weed spots. You know, we had a lot going on, and yes, it had to be known, and it was known. Like we ain't them. We not the guys that, you know, the older dudes is coming through trying to extort. It's not happening.
Right.
You know, we not the guys that's going for anything. You know, it's too many times that I can't even speak about. Somebody came, said one disrespectful thing. Hustle take his chains off, and squabbling.
Yeah, man.
So people knew, don't say nothing to Hustle, and that's if Hustle was around all his crew or was solo.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
so
Intense on everything. Intense on the music, intense on the hustle, intense on the street, intense. Yeah. So
100%. That was Hustle.
Yeah, man.
That was Hustle, man. That's why he was respected. That's why the young kids in the neighborhood love bro. You know, they seen him pull up solo, you know, in the bulletproof, hop out all the jewelry, you know, on Victoria, on Bryanhurst. And, you know, certain people say the wrong thing, Hustle in the middle of the street squabbing. You know, mandatory respect.